Hey, welcome back to Bon Echo Tarot. I am live once again, and considering that the world is a little chaotic right now, to say the very least, I figured that it would be fun to take a look at the vibes for the weekend. What do we got coming up? So while I reset my desk here and get lined up, and let's have some fun with the tarot. Astrologically, we have a lot of things that have just shifted. So we've got Mars has moved into Taurus. Yay! So, of course, Taurus is going to be primarily affected, and Taurus is still kind of, riding the wave of Uranus, and Uranus is going to be squaring up to a whole lot of things. So many things are happening. I'm still putting the astrology together for my monthly reports. So sorry that they're late. But as I'm sure you can imagine, we're all dealing with our own level of chaos and general fun, I guess you could say. So always important to keep your vibe high. So let's see what we can do about this weekend. I follow the Leo King pretty closely, and he's saying we got some intensity coming up this weekend. Just gonna adjust my lighting. There we go. So it'll be interesting to see how that's reflected in the cards today. So I'm going to pull for Aries. I'm going to pull 3 cards, and we'll see what happens. All right. So surrounding energies for this weekend for Aries is rest. And, that's appropriate because, with Mars moving into Taurus, that means that it's finally left Aries after 6 months of intensity. It's, I've got a few Aries friends, and breathe a sigh of relief, let it go. The energies are going to be much more grounded for you moving forward. So the first card we have for Aries is the Page of Pentacles. So you may be communicating with someone. Somebody may be reaching out to you. Ooh, okay, well. And then in the center position, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, how it's so dark in my room. How is it so bright here? So yeah, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. And then brace yourself, Tower. So Page of Pentacles, perhaps a message, communication either coming from you or coming to you with a new beginning of some sort. There we go. And a bit of a shakeup. So let's get some of my clarifiers here, and we'll see what all this stuff is about. Ooh, okay. Well, I think I have to take that card, and it looks like we've got the Judgment. So there may be a decision that either you or someone has come to. Also, with Judgment, I kind of see it as being, it can be an announcement. So coupled with the Page of Pentacles here, there could be some significant news that you may have either received recently or you will be receiving over the next day or so. And like I said, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, and this card is here. Oh my. Okay, so the news that may be coming in may be maybe a little troubling. There could have been an announcement to the end of something, whether that's in a relationship or a job opportunity. And you may be forced to go into a direction that maybe you didn't want to go in. Maybe you had your heart set on going this way, but your new beginning is this way. And so, yeah, that might definitely shake you up emotionally. Yeah, because it's such an enormous change. Something in Aries' life is changing very drastically. I feel the need in terms of an outcome here to pull some cards, especially with the Tower. So we've got the Strength card, and I'm going to pull one more, and the Hanged Man. There may be a Leo that that may be a part of this, and maybe something is stuck with a situation that you've been in with a Leo. So, yeah. And then I'll get some more energies for you here. Yeah, it could be somebody younger, whether it's a child or just someone who is youthful in their attitude. So just to keep things fun, where did they go? Ah, there they are. Okay, so this is one of my favorite decks. And I figure with all these heavy energies, it'll be nice to kind of button off each one of these reads with some levity, you know, because life is not easy. Definitely, oh, yeah, nasty not. So, Aries, it's possible that that there's also some head games involved in whatever situation that you're in. So, you know, it may be time to retreat, and this will be, you know, it's hard to, it really is hard to know whether you're going to find the next few months easier than you found the last 6 months, because there's so many other planets at play right now. I highly recommend people to follow people like the Leo King or the Peace Dealer, who seem to have a really good handle on what these energies are pushing us through at this time. So that's for Aries. I hope you found that helpful. And yeah, I'll try to get these monthly reads up as soon as I can. I'm going to be focusing a lot on Mercury retrograde, because that's coming up on us real fast. Got Mercury retrograde starting on January 30th. But one of the things we have to remember about Mercury retrograde is that there is a shadow period of approximately a week in front of the 3 weeks roughly that that Mercury takes us back to something. Okay, so Taurus, you may be dealing with a Leo somewhere in the thing. Just saw the Strength card pop up. And so Taurus, we've got the 5 of Pentacles for you. So you may be feeling on the outside of things. Got the Page of Wands in the recent past position. The Knight of Swords, you may be headed for a confrontation in the present position or over the weekend. And we've got the Moon. So this may be the prelude to the kinds of things that you're going to be dealing with around the new moon. The new moon is part of like a cluster of celestial events that are really going to be toughest on Taurus out of all the signs. So let me pull a couple of clarifiers on this. So Page of Wands is usually a younger fire sign. And we got the Wheel of Fortune. Similar cards to Aries. So you may also have an Aries somewhere in your world or in your circumstance. So let's see here. So, and this caused like a significant change of some sort. And then the Knight of Swords is clarified by the 8 of Pentacles. So with the 8 of Pentacles, this could be a confrontation that you're having at work or over something that you're working on. So let's take a look at the moon. Yeah, we've got the Queen of Wands. You may be dealing with a Sagittarius or another fire sign. Hi, folks. Welcome to the reading. Stick around. I'll be doing 1 card pulls for free. And if you want 3 cards, you can PayPal me $5 and I'll be happy to stick around. So I want to get some outcome. Yeah. So with all of these planets shifting and changing, we've been kind of processing a lot of big endings and a lot of closure for stuff. Hi, Shatha. Yeah, as soon as I finished all the signs, I'm just on Taurus now, but after Pisces, I'm going to be sticking around. So I'd be happy to pull a card for you. So And also, if you're looking for private readings, you can find me on Facebook and just send me a message there. I try to keep the cost of my readings really reasonable too, so that it's not like a once a year kind of special occasion thing. So, so yeah, just to finish off for you here, Taurus, what's on the heels of this confrontation that you may be facing over this next couple of days, and then leading into these new moon energies, you know, maybe you're at one job and something blows up, but it actually leads you, as long as you're quiet about it, to success. So a new beginning somewhere else where you're actually utilizing what you're passionate about. You may not be happy in your current job, you know, because this feels very much like a career reading. And, you know, maybe things are kind of worn themselves out wherever you're working now, but this is actually going to bring you to a really good job where you're going to be able to hold on to more of your money, and you're going to be successful and recognized by people in your community, in your family, and it's going to be quite evident. And yeah, Ace of Pentacles on the bottom, so definitely a new beginning for Taurus, but you may have to go through a confrontation to get there. So let me get my Oracle of E for you, Taurus, and see what's happening for you. The F word. So maybe this is what you're saying as you're walking out the door. You know, like, yeah, time to fly. Look at that, Taurus. You know, if you've been humming and hawing over whether you want to stay in the work that you're doing right now, I have a funny feeling that you're going to come to a breaking point over the next few days, next week, week and a half, something like that. All right. So I hope you found that helpful, Taurus. Now let's shuffle up these cards again for Gemini. So yeah, I'm trying to think, what is Gemini going through right now? I can't remember. I think I have some notes in my book here, which I'll just take a quick peek at. All of the major events that are happening over the next few weeks leading up to Mercury retrograde, they're kind of priming us for it, you know, because everybody's kind of in the same neighborhood up there. And so the themes kind of continue, but just through different lenses. So what do I have for Gemini? Yes, I knew that there was something. Gemini, Mercury retrograde, Mercury is your ruler. So you're going to find yourself wanting to retreat and pull back and isolate, because the stress in your life, you probably know right now that you're going through a tremendous amount of stress right now. And so, you know, it's, you know, the body can only go so long without rest, and the mind as well. So if you want to keep ahead of your own game, Gemini, I advise you start taking really good care of yourself right now. So let's see what we have. Oh my goodness, I shuffled those cards. We got the Five of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, as those were the surrounding energies for them. So in the recent past, we've got the King of Cups. King of Cups represents a water sign, so a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And then we have the King of Pentacles, which could be an earth sign. So we got two kings on the board already. And oh my goodness, some powerful truths are coming to the surface, or you're arriving at a particular truth from a very mature space. So, you know, it's grounded. You know, you're emotionally available to this situation. Okay. So the Four of Wands is what's clarifying the King of Cups. And the Four of Wands is your home life. It's the place where, you know, you're with your family. and so on. So let's take a look and see. Queen of Swords. So there's some clarity coming to you around your family or your most intimate relationships. And you also could be dealing with an air sign, or this could be you actually, the Queen of Swords. So, or you could be dealing with being the Queen of Swords, dealing with a water sign. And yeah, let's see what's going on. Okay, and then we've got over the King of Pentacles, which could be you. You could be feeling, maybe you're doing really well with money right now, because we've got the Ten of Pentacles, which is, good money, supporting your family really well, and feeling very secure. So work could be really going well. You could be making lots of money, which everybody's looking to do right now. Yeah, and celebrating, I've been, some of the friends that I've been talking to, it's like we have this tiny, tiny, tiny little break in the energies right now. But I think as of the end of this weekend, or of course, for those of you in the US, we obviously saw some intense activity yesterday. So, yeah, Gemini, if you want to, enjoy the money that you've been making, I suggest you do it this weekend, because you may find it a little bit more challenging once you get towards the end of the month. Leo King has been saying that it's going to be nuts and gnarly pretty much until the 22nd. Oh, look at that. So whatever truth is coming to the situation is going to be either a new chapter in love for you, or a new chapter in appreciating yourself and your need for self-love. Big themes for everybody ever since this lockdown hit way back in March. It's all been about self-care and justice, apparently. So, or you could have a Libra around you in your situation. So let's see and then the moon. So Gemini, I think you're gonna feel things starting to get sticky around the 13th and 14th, which is like Wednesday, Thursday of next week. So enjoy your weekend, because there may be some things that happen, or just the energies themselves may make you feel a little on the outside of things. And it's really all about empowerment and taking your place within your family. Because, you're tired, and, the justice is that you really should rest, enjoy, let go of the challenging thoughts that may be plaguing you at this time, because this is your break. It's going to get a little intense for February. Yeah, work your magic. Abracadabra. That's your word for the weekend, Gemini. So enjoy it. You deserve it. And what was on the bottom? Oh, yeah, pick up after yourself. So, if you leave stuff around, maybe if you pick up after yourself, maybe that, will contribute to a much smoother weekend. All right, so that's Gemini. So now we'll go to Cancer. And Cancer, what do we have here for you, just in terms of a preview? Yeah, Cancer, you're probably going to feel a little frustrated around Mercury retrograde and feeling stuck, because that's what Mercury retrograde does to all of us. It's the it's all the misunderstandings, the miscommunications, the missed packages, the travel hitches, all that kind of stuff. So I have those shuffled up, and let's get into Cancer. Weekend vibes for Cancer. if you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe even. Yeah, I've had my own challenges in getting this channel into a routine, but I ain't giving up yet. Life has been quite challenging. I am a late Libra, Scorpio cusp, Scorpio rising, Capricorn moon. So lots of major shifts in my life that I'm still kind of surfing. But like I said, I'm not going to give up. So Cancer, we have the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands, you may be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus, because I think the Page of Wands came up in both of their readings. You've got the Page of Swords as your first card, so the energies that you're bringing into the weekend, which is speaking up and making your voice heard, but it's in a refreshing way, like this is kind of like the breath of fresh air to a certain circumstance, followed by the Temperance card. So you may be, the voice of reason in the situation that you're dealing with. You could also be dealing with a Sagittarius. And then we've got the World card. So World card can be travel. And that's kind of the first thought that popped into my head with this. So you may be waiting to travel. You may be clearing things up and staying very calm about circumstances in anticipation of a getaway. You also could be coming to the ending of something, perhaps with a fixed sign, which is Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. So you may find that that you're having to exercise patience as you close out a cycle. Yeah, so let's get some clarifiers on there and see how much more of the story we can get. Okay. Oh, well, this Page of Swords may have come up where, you said something very clear and concise and to the point. And it may have been to bring clarity to a situation where somebody was being less than honest about something, or where somebody kind of was sneaky, or possibly even took something. Because I'm feeling more theft off this card here, Cancer. So, and when I say theft, pardon me for this, it's more like, when your kid grabs a $5 bill out of your wallet and doesn't tell you, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, it's not that big of a deal. Okay. And let's do another card on that. King of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of clarity coming in here. And really, because we've got the King of Swords and the Page of Swords, this could actually be a child even that has been less than truthful. And it's been up to you as a parent to say, hey, this is not the way to do things. Perhaps you caught a young person in a lie, and you're just being very mature about it. If there had been the Knight of Swords there, I would have said that it would have been like a huge confrontation, but it's more just calling it as you see it and staying calm about the situation, and bringing love into it too. There could have been someone, this young person or someone, whoever it is, may have needed a lesson in honesty. A lot of the times people only lie when they're afraid of what the consequences might be about that. So, yeah. So from a loving perspective, there's going to be some, some communication around this, and it's going to be very empowering to everybody involved. And here we go with the Page of Wands was in the Aries and Taurus reading. The Emperor also can represent an Aries as part of your situation. So, so the communication is going to going to turn the situation around like really fast. That empowers everybody. So let's see what we can get for the World card. Okay. So yeah, it's the Six of Cups. So, you know, definitely a soul connection. This is very much a celebration. Like I said, there could have been some half-truths, maybe even little white lies that actually, you know, kind of made somebody sad. But because you're facilitating loving communication, you're allowing for people to own their mistakes, become empowered by them, and then that brings all of the energy back together again because nobody's hiding anything. So, yeah, I think you're gonna find this weekend to be a good one, Cancer. I think that you're gonna resolve a lot of stuff. You're gonna resolve a lot of things emotionally and in the people who are in your closest associations. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's possible that there's children or teens involved in this situation. And look at that. I got your back, because that's exactly, like, I see this as almost like a disciplinary kind of situation. And when I say that, I mean disciple in, you know, it's to teach with love, discipline. You know, it's not a punitive thing. It's not a punishing thing. It's to teach with love. And I think that this weekend may bring you the perfect opportunity for that, because somebody has found themselves in a sticky wicket. All right. So, Cancer, I hope you found that helpful. And moving right along, we're going to hit Leo and see what's up for Leo. So, thanks for joining me, those of you who are watching. Yeah, I'm trying to do this every day. I didn't make it on yesterday, but I'm here now. And I really love reading tarot, and building this channel has been my goal since the world changed. So, yeah, I'm happy to bring this to you all. All right, so Leo. How is Leo for this weekend? Weekend vibes for Leo. 1 and 2 and one more card, please, for Leo. One more card. There we go. All right. So what are the surrounding energies for Leo? Ooh, party. Somebody else is going to have a good weekend. This is celebration. It can also be reunions. Although in lockdown, I know that might be a little challenging. Let me just put those away so they don't distract me. Okay, so Leo, we have the Two of Swords in the recent past position, and we have the Hermit in the center position, and we've got the Four of Pentacles as to the energies that are coming as a result of what's happening for you this weekend. So, Leo, you may be feeling a little indecisive about a lot of things, and or just generally like intentionally not ready to make a decision about something. And so this has put you in hermit mode. You also could be dealing with a Virgo. But this is a very, there's something very clandestine about it all. Because we've got, we've got Two of Swords, the Hermit, and the Four of Pentacles. So whatever it is that you're mulling over in terms of your decision, this is very much a solo endeavor. And you're not ready to share any of your thoughts, feelings, ideas about how you want to move forward at all. You could also be holding on to your money. There may be, you may be mulling over how you want to spend your money. And yeah, let's throw a few cards down, a few clarifiers. Oh, well, we have the Devil. So yeah, Leo, everybody is purging. It's kind of like with all these energies, it makes all the stuff, all the icky stuff rise to the top so that we can let it go. So you may be finding yourself dealing with toxic patterns from the past that you're not really sure how to change just yet. And this is what's going to come through this. Yeah, and it could have stuff to do with your family or, again, with your money and security. Yeah, because like the Hermit is, he's the most enlightened one, light bearer, you could say. The Emperor is fully empowered, but this is the Sage. And so, you're kind of coming to the end of a cycle in terms of your understanding about yourself and your place in the world. This is big and very much in relation to your family. And because you are so within, it's promoting this sort of new level of internal understanding of how you work on the inside. And so, yeah. Let's see. Okay. The World. So you as a fixed sign, definitely you could be dealing with another Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, or Scorpio. You're coming to the end of a cycle of something within your family. We got the 10 of Pentacles on this side. So 10s are the end. It doesn't go to 11. And so let's see what else we can get on this specifically. Yeah, you're weighing your options in terms of your place within your family. And you're feeling very much on your own. You feel very alone in all of this. So what is it that Leo is keeping to themselves? Ooh, the Two of Cups. So this decision could have something to do with someone that you love in relation to your family even. Yeah, you've made a decision. So, and you will announce it, but not yet. And it's possible. What do I have down here for Leo for Mercury retrograde? Because, you may be mulling this stuff for quite a while. Yeah, detach from confusion. So you're probably not going to be ready to make any real decisions about any of these things until, I would say, March. And it's not advisable. When Mercury retrograde happens, nobody should ever start anything new because you're likely going to have to restart it again. But Mercury retrograde is also very good for going back. So if you have to review things, if you have to rehearse stuff, anything with the re in front of it, yeah, So we got the Wheel of Fortune, big changes, just like everybody. We're all surfing through some big changes. And let's see. And the Empress. So you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra. You also may find yourself pregnant, as the Empress can often signify that. So, and that certainly would be like, it's possible now that I look at it now, it's possible that you're pregnant, but you don't want to tell anyone yet because it's too early. And you couldn't be happier because the partner that you're going to have the baby with, you're very much in love with. And, this may be, in terms of wanting to, to include your family in on this, but let's see if there's any issues around the love with regards to your family. One more card for Leo. Yeah, you're not sure. And, that's okay, Leo. Take your time. Like, you really do have time. And let's see here. Yeah. The King of Pentacles. So could be an earth sign, Taurus possibly. And, but there's a solid feeling to things. And this may be, significant for you in terms of, what you're going into and how different it is from your past. So that's lovely, Leo. So, yeah, you're definitely hibernating and contemplating and working stuff out. Because baggage be gone, you're dropping it all. No more. So whatever's been, so you can do the bunny hop jive. I love these cards. So I hope that was helpful to you, Leo. And now we're getting on to Virgo. So Virgo, like Gemini, you are also ruled by Mercury. And let's see what, yeah. Okay. So I made a couple of notes on this one. Virgo's gonna have a lot of foot and mouth disease for the next 6 weeks. So if you're a Virgo, be kind to yourself. If you know a Virgo, be kind to your Virgo friends, because they certainly don't mean it if something comes out the wrong way. And you can blame Mercury for that. It's totally legit. What you may find, Virgo, is that you're finding a lot of anxiety around your work, around your career, and around your profession. So let's pull a few cards. Oh, look, a bunch of them popped out. One more for Virgo for weekend vibes. Okay. So Virgo, it looks as though you've come to the end of something. We have the Death card. So in the future position. Oh, look at that. 2 of Cups. So this could be, these cards could be pointing towards a love relationship. It also could be pointing towards a business partnership. So if you've got anxiety over work and you've been planting seeds with regards to something for your career, you're going to get some news that's going to bring some clarity to the situation. I would think that I get the feeling that you're going to get the information as opposed to you delivering it. But at the same time, you may be bringing some clarity to a situation in a very light way. There also could be somebody younger around you, an air sign, so Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. So 7 of Pentacles, like I said, is planting seeds. You may have invested a lot of time either into a job or a relationship, and there's some clarity coming to that situation now. And with the Death card, it could involve a Scorpio, but it could just be, sort of the ending to this particular situation. Or conversely, the transformation. As a Scorpio person, I don't necessarily like to see the Death card as an end as much as I like to see it as something that's completely transformed, you know, that sort of butterfly effect. So let's get some clarifying cards on the Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, okay, we got 2 cards. I don't normally like to do that. Yeah, you could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You also could be dealing with a Sagittarius, or there's a certain amount of emotional balance that you have acquired as a result of focusing on your pentacles and building them. And, you know, your work actually may be giving you a lot of satisfaction, and you may be feeling, you know, kind of in your element with whatever that is. So the Page of Swords could actually represent you kind of bringing clarity to a situation. We've got the Ace of Cups, so a new beginning in love. This also could be a new chapter in loving yourself more, because a lot of us have really been learning how to do that for the last, you know, what, how many months is it? I don't even want to think about it anymore. It's like, what, is it 8 months since all of this jazz started? So let's see, another card here. Could be dealing with a Gemini, but you know, when you've got the Lovers and the 2 of Cups, and oh, look at that, a new beginning. So you may be finding new beginnings, or you may be, there may be somebody who could be coming to you with a new beginning, or you coming to someone else. But what is it that's being transformed or ended in this situation? Let's clarify the Death card. Okay, the Hanged Man. So there's something stuck about your situation, and as much as you're contemplating it, you can't seem to make very much sense out of it. Let's get another card. Yeah, and look at that, Page of Swords. I think you're waiting for information or communication from someone. So let's just pull a couple of cards for outcome there, because it kind of feels a little incomplete. Yeah, this could be dealing with situations from the past. You could also be making plans. And Virgo, you may be feeling very, very grounded and secure at this time. Or you will, as a result of the reflection and the transformation that needs to happen in your life, because you're feeling on the outside. And yeah, but ultimately, if you stick to it and go with the process, stay with the process, and do your best to actually process whatever's going on here, then this could be exactly what you're looking for. Your dreams come true. All right, so Virgo, let's get a card for you from the E deck. Living large. So you could be, you could really be finding yourself doing well financially, or at least enough to be enjoying yourself without stress, because you've gotten surgical on something and your focus is clear, and you know, it really is. It's about clarity. Page of Swords came out twice. We've got the King of Swords. Lots of clarity around love that's coming. And, you know, even if you're not quite there yet, you still have another part of the process to go through. So I hope you found that helpful, Virgo. All right, so Libra. Libra's up next. Wow. 44 minutes. Crazy. And I feel like I'm whipping through them too. All right. So Libra. weekend vibes for Libra. What do we got here for foreshadowing for Mercury retrograde for Libra is new communication, new information, and waiting until the end of February to make decisions. So Libra, you may find that new information regarding any number of situations in your life start coming to you. But it's not the time. Mercury retrograde for everybody, whoever's listening, never a good time to start something. Never, never, never. You're going to have to redo something about it at some point later on. All right. So Libra, weekend vibes. Take that one. And let's see. Oh, there we go. Ooh, big changes for Libra. Well, look who's manifesting. There you go, the Magician. You're making things happen. And it's because you're approaching it from a place of love. And you're moving forward. You know, you're not racing too far towards things, but your heart is open and, you know, you're working it. Even if you feel this way. If you feel like you've got a lot on your shoulders right now, something's going to change really fast. I would say that that as you come into next week, maybe Monday or Tuesday, you could be feeling a significant change or shift in something. Why? Because you've been manifesting it. You're, look at this. This is great off the bottom of the deck. So we've got the Three of Pentacles and the Emperor. So you're going to manifest yourself some kind of work, something in your career that's going to be super empowering to you. Yay. I'm glad to hear this. I'm Libra Sun. And, you know, this is going to be a really good time for you, you know, to see the fruits of your labor. Crossing fingers before I get to clarify that Wheel of Fortune card. So let's just focus on the Knight of Cups here and see what's going on. Oh, yeah, Tower. So what was I saying about that Knight of Cups? It's, you know, approaching every situation with an open heart, regardless of how much the world is falling apart around you, you know? You know, which is super important for all signs to be getting a hold of in the chaos, you know, in various places in the world. You know, it's that grace under pressure dynamic. Yeah, because you're coming to the end of a cycle. You know, it's also possible that I'm hearing possibly for some Libras that that some plans upset or something upset plans for travel for you. And it could have been very disappointing, but again, there's this grace under pressure dynamic. So let's get some cards on the 10 of Wands, please. The Hierophant. So there could be a commitment that's weighing heavily on you in your life, whether that's professional or personal. But the Hierophant, you know, represents a lot of different things. It represents commitment. It can represent a higher level of pursuing things spiritually. And then here we have the Queen of Pentacles. And so you could have a Taurus somewhere in the equation. Something may have, you know, something that you went into with all the best of intentions may have blown up right in front of you. But again, the grace under pressure, and, you know, you may still be carrying the weight and of that energy. And yeah, let's take a look at what's happening as we leave the weekend with this Wheel of Fortune. Oh, I got 2 cards. Yeah, there's a little bit of confusion. Was that part of it? No. Or there may be a lot of options, and then you're kind of that things are going to work out, and it's like, even though you have all of these options, it's like you're just focused. You're focused on your path. It's kind of like, it doesn't really bother me having all of these options. I know what I want, and that's what I'm going to wait for, or that's what I'm opening myself for. And that may be a really different dynamic than what you've been carrying up until now. So Libra, let's see what sort of outcome this leads to for you. We'll get a little bit more details here. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. There you are. Clear as a bell, and knowing exactly where you want to go, and knowing exactly how you're going to get there. Yeah, and there may be a younger fire sign, or you may be tapping into a very playful and inspired part of yourself as you move forward with whatever you're doing. Yeah, because, things haven't been moving as quickly as you'd like them to. And but you've been learning a lot about yourself, a lot about your soul, a lot about what's calling to you in the future. It's been it's been really good. Yeah, because you're ready. You're ready to announce this new phase. You're ready to speak your truth and to let everybody know, because this is a decision that you're making for your own best interest. So that's lovely. Hey, Maxie. I just have, let me see, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. So I got 5 more signs to go. If you can wait until I'm done, I'd be happy to pull a card for you. I figured I'd get all the signs over with first with these little quickies. And then I'm happy to take questions afterwards. Yep. Laser beam, which is the focus. Again, you know exactly what you want. No question about it. You know exactly what you want. And you're going for it. What's on the bottom? Talking smack. So, what does Libra have more than anybody? And that is the schmooze. So, we're talking, don't talk smack about people. Network. Use that to network. No gossiping. As much fun as that might be for Libras, don't. It's a waste of your time. So we're going to head into Scorpio and see what the weekend holds for Scorpio. Thank you so much for joining me, all of you. I really appreciate it. So yeah, do we have any Scorpios around? Anybody a Scorpio that's here? I'm almost a double Scorpio, and I can tell you, not the easiest couple of weeks of my life, that's for sure. But I also have a little bit of Libra, so I'm pretty focused on my goals, and I'm going to stay that way. I'm determined. All right, so Scorpios, what is happening for you this weekend? Weekend vibes for Scorpios. Please be good. Please be good. Weekend vibes for Scorpios. All right. 3 cards for Scorpio. There's 1. There's 2. 1 more. All right. So, surrounding energies. We've got the 6 of Pentacles. So, we've got some give and take going on. This is a very good card. I really like this card. I also understand that that this is also a Taurus. Um, that this points to the Taurus. I mean, Taurus is more Empress and Hierophant and all of that kind of stuff. But at any rate, okay. So Scorpio, you've been taking care of yourself, really well. As sticky as things have been, you've managed to take care of yourself. But you're tired and exhausted. But you're still standing and you're still determined to achieve Empress status. So, you also could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus, but this is great. It's kind of like, the hard work paying off. It's like going from this to this. Why? Because you've got stamina, because you've got strength, because you've got the ability to hold the fort. For who? For you. I'm as much of a fan of many tarot readers here on YouTube as you may be, and that is something that I've been seeing consistently for Scorpio, is that very much of an independent vibe, of a self-sufficient and driven kind of dynamic. Okay, so we go from the 9 to the 10 of Pentacles. This is great. So this really does mean that this hard work is paying off, that by taking care of yourself, that this is also benefiting your family and the people around you financially, the whole kit and caboodle. So, yeah, let's get another card and see if there's any more we can get from that. That's kind of how you're coming in to the weekend. And I would just say that that's a confirmation. It's the same card. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. So you're going from the 9 of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles. So let's see where this stamina, 9 of Wands, endurance card is. Oh, look at that. A new beginning, possibly in love, or just you're recognizing that this is the best way that you can love yourself, is by being self-sufficient. And then that attracts things to you, no matter how tired it makes you. It's you put in the work, it's going to pay off. Yeah, you're going to the next level, and you could be walking away from things that have created this level of exhaustion. You can only sustain that for so long. That's where the self-love comes in. That's when you say, you know what? I love myself too much to put myself here anymore. So congratulations, Scorpio. That's a great realization. So the Empress, we've got the 3 of Pentacles. So we may be dealing with some grief. The Empress can also represent a mother figure. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. So there may be grief around Libra, Taurus, or like I said, a mother figure. And but it's something that you're putting the work into. And let's see what we can get more for that. But now we go to the 10 of Wands. Oh, give me strength. So yeah, maybe the burden of everything isn't quite over yet. So let's look at a couple of cards to see the outcome of these circumstances. Oh, Page of Cups. So there could be a younger water sign, or someone who comes in with just a really small but loving gesture. Fish in the cup, something that's really genuine and meaningful to your circumstances. Kind of like, you've had a really rough day and you just want to sit there and just go, I feel like crap. and then some little kid comes up to you and gives you a dandelion, and it's just so sweet, makes you want to cry, that kind of thing. That's kind of the, God bless children for keeping things real. Oh, look at that. This actually could be, someone kind of coming out of nowhere with an offer of love too, which a lot of the tarot card readers are saying lately. And I'm like, what? I don't see that nowhere. Okay. And look at that, the star. So there could be an Aquarius somewhere in your world. This also could be a business partnership as well. There could be a genuine offer on the table. You could find that perfect person that works alongside you and kind of makes all the work that you've been doing up until now worthwhile, because you won't have to carry it by yourself anymore. Yeah, you're transforming this situation entirely and coming into you. And the moon is likely to trigger a lot of these events that are going to bring you to empowerment. So watch for that around the 13th, 14th of this month, Scorpio. So let's lighten it up with a card from the Oracle of E. Okay, so laser beam. What? Yeah, just stay focused, Scorpio. Just keep swimming. Chop wood, carry water, just keep doing what you're doing, because you're coming into sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows everywhere. So this hard work is going to pay off for you. Just have to trust, and, don't let too much of it get you down. Don't, and get some sleep. Get some sleep. So next will be Sagittarius. So, oh yes. And in terms of the astrology for Scorpio, what Mercury retrograde is going to bring for you is this feeling of nesting. So you could be settling into a new place, but your relationships are in flux. So, so that's kind of, so you may be sort of nesting in one little area over here, while other things beneath the surface are still percolating through the Mercury retrograde cycle, and then it'll come together once that's done. All right, so what are my notes for Sagittarius? Oh, yeah. You're coming into a time, Sag, where you may have some disagreements with your friends and family. Yeah, like I said, I haven't finished all of the astrology research that I like to do for my monthly reports just yet. But of course, Mercury retrograde is going to be dominating the landscape for longest, even though we've got all of these other aspects that are triggering all sorts of crazy effects for all the different signs. We're all being affected in different houses for these things. And yesterday was an exact, I think it was an aspect with Uranus that was exact sometime around midnight. So, if you wonder whether astrology is, accurate in terms of timing, sometimes it's within the window of a few days or a week or so when you'll see the dynamics of these transits. So Sag, there's your first card. Oh, that's way too many. So your first card, second card, and third card for Sagittarius. No, not yet. There it is. Okay. Oh, Sagittarius. We've got the Three of Swords. So there's some sorrow, a little bit of pain, a little bit of grief in the energies leading up to this weekend. And sort of We've got the Three of Wands, so you're waiting for something. 3, 3, ooh, and 1. So, what am I getting here? We've got, with the Three of Pentacles, you could be working as part of a team, and you could be waiting for another element to come into this scenario. I'm wondering if maybe even it's somebody that you're working with remotely, like online kind of deal. And then there's a pause. There's a moment, like it's almost like a test period. Like you know, it's like, well, let's see how we work together. You know, we'll just kind of see what happens, and then everybody kind of allows everyone to step away from the situation, and it's like, okay, the project is complete. Let's circle back and see how we feel. And how you feel is really good about it. I'll pull some more cards here, but it's kind of like, it looks like this, that maybe a working relationship or a working friendship, that both of you are looking at this situation and kind of in the kind of frame of mind. But I think that something that happens over the weekend is going to result in realizing that there's a lot more love in this situation than maybe you'd given credit for. So let's pull the little cards for Sagittarius for weekend vibes, clarifying the Three of Pentacles. So let's see. Yeah, it's something that, could have been a really, sort of fresh opportunity for you. There could be an Aries involved in the situation, or you simply took a leap of faith in a direction that you weren't really thinking too much about. And there you are. But whatever this situation is, it's made you feel more like yourself than you felt in a very long time. So yeah, but I'm just curious. Maybe the grief and the pain is something that you're shedding from the past, and you're emerging into something much more positive and something that nourishes you truly. So Three of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Wands. So you may be waiting for somebody to actually come and see you very soon, or you're planning on meeting with this team, with this person at some point over the weekend. Yeah, it's too many. Although there's confusion and anxiety possibly around it. Oh, but yeah, we've got the Three of Pentacles. So you may not know whether this team really wants you. That could be the issue. And you're kind of like waiting by the phone, But yeah, they definitely want you. You may find this to be like almost a new family of people, the family that you choose as opposed to the family you're born with, kind of thing. Yeah, and there could be a Virgo involved, or someone who brings a lot of wisdom to the situation. So let's get a couple of cards for outcome for Sagittarius for weekend vibes. Okay. So we got the Four of Cups. So in your sort of, waiting with bated breath by the phone, wondering what's going to happen about this situation, it's possible that you may be focused more on you know, sort of previous experiences where you didn't feel like you were brought into the team. But meanwhile, it's like the energies that are surrounding you and possibly telling you in your intuition that this opportunity is yours, and that the people who are coming to you with it want nobody else but you involved in this scenario. Yeah, could be an Aquarius, the Star card. You know, this is gonna change things. Whatever this circumstance is, it's gonna change things, and it's gonna change things for the better. And it's going to bring so many more options in front of you than you're going to know what to do with. But that's okay, because, you know, it's like you're not really focused. You know, you're open. You know, you're open to whatever needs to happen. Yeah, and you know probably over Mercury retrograde, in addition to whatever issues you may have going on with friends and family, you're going to definitely be taking an inventory of some kind. So, you know, an inventory of your options. Yeah, and you're going to be able to clear away the viable ones, and only focus on the ones that are truly bringing you healthy patterns and a mature outlook. So that's pretty good, Sag. So let's get one from the Oracle of E. Let's see here. That one, yeah. Bring it! Like, seriously, you just put these two cards together and you get the idea. You're ready. You know, whatever this is that you've invested yourself in, you're ready to embrace it 100%. So congratulations, Sag. I hope you found that helpful. And, you know, somebody's got your back, even through the tough stuff that you may be heading into in February. All right. So now we go with Capricorn. So there's only 3 more signs, and then I'm ready to take questions. All right. Crazy times. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, do the things. I really appreciate it. So Capricorn, what are the energies and weekend vibes for Capricorn for this weekend? Nope. There we go. First card. No. Yes. And there we go. So, Capricorn, this weekend you may be feeling a little defeated, or you may be feeling that that you're part of an argument that really has no winner. Let's take a look at the other ones. Okay, so in the recent past, we've got the 10 of Cups. So Capricorn, you've been feeling emotionally fulfilled in your relationships, in your circumstances, and at home. Hi, Andrea. Nice to see you. So, you know, you got the 10 going on, and it could have something to do with an Aries. But, you know, it's like you're feeling pretty free to take a leap of faith in pretty much any direction. But it looks like it may be something professional that you may be taking a risk on. But I think that with the support of your family and the people that love you, you know, yeah, it's interesting with this. Maybe you're coming into, or maybe you've been carrying this feeling of defeat, and now things are really turning around. So let's get some clarification on the 10 of Cups, please. So, yeah, could have something to do with a Cancer. The Chariot card also suggests movement. So, maybe family has traveled recently to you, and you've really been enjoying the company of those closest to you. And let's see here. Yeah, there's lots of fun. Capricorn's having a good time. Celebrations. You could have seen the return of a family member that you hadn't seen in quite some time as a result of lockdown. So the energies around the Fool card, please. Can we have some clarification on that? Judgment. So perhaps someone during the course of this celebration, or maybe even you yourself, you've made an announcement about different things that you're changing in your life. Major decisions that you have decided to take a leap of faith into something previously unknown. So let's see. Oh, there it is. So maybe this decision that you're making, or this announcement, just kind of triggers somebody, and they respond in a way that's a little like, wow, I wasn't expecting that reaction. Could be a Leo. But I don't see it really sticking. It's just kind of more like, somebody kind of loses it a little bit, says the wrong thing. There could be somebody who's jealous also around you of, the fact that you are feeling so emotionally fulfilled, that you do have all of this support. Unfortunately, not everybody's having the same experience, Capricorn. So don't take it too personally. By the time we hit the new moon, the 13th, 14th, you may find, like I said, a new opportunity with work, or this may be a key time with your career, and you may feel restricted because the energies are gnarly, as Leo King has been saying. So yeah, I would, as I think I was telling Gemini, yeah, have your fun this weekend. Or if you're having fun right now, make sure you're sucking up every last drop of it, because you may find yourself, as you go into next week, really starting to feel the stickiness of what the astrology is telling us all. Basically, from what I hear from pretty much every astrologer, is that from the 13th, 14th to the 22nd, it's just like, whoa. So I've pulled the Moon and the Eight of Swords. Okay, and now we've got the Hierophant. So there could be a Taurus, or there just could be some, your relationship to the boss, who I think you have a lot of respect for. You're committed to you're Capricorn. How can you not be committed to work? It is like the one thing that you can remain committed to. So, yeah, and you're just going to have to wait. I think that whatever it is that you're hoping comes to culmination within January at some point, you know what? I think that it's, that you're likely not going to see it move in the direction you want it to, or at the pace that you want it to, until we hit March. So, because Mercury retrograde is going to span pretty much the entire month of February. So, yeah, I would look to the first week of March to feel like you're really, really making progress. All right. So that felt more like an outcome. Yeah, you're a little bit disappointed about it, but you know what? so spend time with your kids. If you've got kids, spend time with them now. February just might be the perfect time for you to just continue to enjoy times with your family and to stay positive, because it's beyond your control, Capricorn. Lockdown. It's beyond all our control. So there's no use fighting it, and maybe this is you. Maybe you kind of get frustrated because you make this announcement, you want to do this, you're ready to take this big leap of faith that you've been preparing for, but you're not feeling supported. But in the end, Capricorn, this is what you're going to get. You just have to trust it. And that's the other message that comes with the Fool card. Okay? So just trust the process. That's actually the title that I like to use on my videos. Just trust the process, because these are times like no other. And I owe you an e-card, don't I? Okay. Thank you so much for joining me, those of you who are here. It's always nice to know that I have an audience if I'm live. GPS. You got to tune into your intuition. Your intuition is not going to fail you. Capricorns are really pragmatic and practical about these kinds of things. But I'm telling you, energies are real and your instincts are real. So, rather than think about the shoulds, well, this should be happening. This should be, I should be doing this, and this should be happening because I did all of the work for it. Yeah, but you have to remember that you are in co-creation with everyone that you're working with. So take it smooth and easy for now. And don't get yourself too excited about things, because you're right on track. You're exactly where you need to be. All right, so I hope that was helpful, Capricorn. And now we go to Aquarius, which is the big season right now. We're all talking about Aquarius. We got Jupiter and Saturn have just entered your sign. They're in that zone right now. So that's big deal. And when we hit February, there's like almost all the planets are going to be in your sign. So even like Mercury is retrograde in Aquarius. You're likely to be very frustrated by those energies. You're going to have to adjust to the new school, to the new curriculum that Saturn has set out for you. And it's likely to be around your career, although it, depending on where your sun falls in your own natal chart, it's going to be different for everyone. So let's see what we have. What did I write down? Okay. So for Aquarius, what you can expect for February, I'm so sorry, misunderstandings with life partner and or business partners. Do not, and I made a huge underline for this. Aquarius, here we go. Hi, Sabrina. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Aquarius, do not sign anything legal, any agreements, nothing from now until March. It'll be a bad idea. You're going to have to backtrack on that big time. The energies, you may be, if you've got things that you want to get done, like right now, like little things, do them. Definitely do them. Do them before we get to the end of next week, because it's going to get stickier and stickier as we go further. Yeah, I just have to read for Pisces after this, and then I'm reading cards. So I'm taking questions. So with Aquarius, we're going to lay down 3 cards and see what's going on. So yeah, and if you didn't hear me the first time, Aquarius, don't sign anything until March. Don't enter into any agreements, nothing. You're going to find yourself in a sticky wicket if you do. And, and when I say that, it's not just because Mercury is, is trying to stop you. Hey, Jeffrey, how you doing? It's because Mercury is going to reveal things to you as you go through your own process. Like I said, getting used to the new curriculum that Saturn has lined up for you, while you also get used to the expansive energies that come with Jupiter. First time I was ever conscious of what it feels like to have Jupiter in my sign, I felt like I was a helium balloon. I felt like, okay, I can't take this anymore. If I get filled with any more information, I'm gonna pop open. So so underlying energies is the 8 of Wands, or 10 of Wands. What am I saying? The 10 of Wands. So you're feeling a little overwhelmed, maybe a little overstimulated. And, it's, it's like you can't see anything. And in the recent past, you may have come up with a really great idea or found a new passion to pursue. And now, now that you've invested some of your time into this idea, now you're kind of waiting to see which of the seeds that you're planting are going to, bear the most fruit. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So you may have a Sagittarius somewhere around you, or a fire sign that could be very helpful to you. So let's get some clarifying cards and see what's happening. Okay, so in the past, you may have been, there may have been some friction around things, just kind of leading up. Oh, another 5, disappointment. I think that Aquarius, you may be struggling with the changes in the dynamics of the energies that are coming at you right now. And of course you would be. So it's really important that you're kind to yourself. Aquarius tend to be perfectionists. I'm speaking to a friend directly on that one. And so I've been telling them over the last couple of days, we need to remember, perfect is the enemy of good. So if you've been driven by perfectionism through the course of your life, Aquarius, while we all aspire to be the best that we can possibly be, it's when we judge ourselves and, based on thinking that we've fallen short of our own expectations, you may have to go within and see whether the expectations that you have of yourself or of these big, this big idea of yours, it's like, give things a chance, and maybe it's not going to look exactly the way, you want it to right now, but you're planting seeds. And so what's going to happen with that? Oh my goodness. Okay. So, you may really be being hard on yourself, or kind of impatient with the situation, in that, it really, really makes you sad that these things are not happening instantaneously. This may be a hint towards what Saturn is going to be helping you with as you move into the next stage of your life. So, all right. Yeah. So some alone time. And I'm thinking actually that the Queen of Wands now is you, because you are on fire, and how could you not be with all of these planets coming for you? Like, seriously, you guys are the star of the show. You are helping us all cross the threshold into the age of Aquarius. And again, this is where I'm going to remind you, you need to be kind to yourself, because we all depend on you to be kind to yourself so that you can see how much you're supported in reality. but you may be feeling very isolated, very much alone. And I don't think you like this feeling too much. So, let's see. Yeah, because, you've got so many things that you want to do and so many ideas that you want to act on, but it's like you're doing it in isolation. Ugh. And now we've got the Tower. So this could lead to a Tower moment. You may be working in isolation while you could actually, have more support than you realize. Maybe is it a question of asking for it? Maybe, I don't know. Queen of Wands, there she is again. So you could have a fire sign that sort of comes into your situation and stirs things up a little bit. And every time the Tower comes in, it's to shake things up so that we can clear it and truly focus on the new. So there may be, kind of little bits and pieces from the past that really need to be taken out. Yeah. So that a breath of fresh air can come in, in the meantime, though, I think you're going to be dealing with anxiety. So if anxiety is an issue for you, just by what I see in the astrology that's coming up for all of us, I really would adopt a practice, some sort of mindfulness practice, because you're likely going to need it over the next little while. You've got, not only do you have Jupiter and Saturn in your sign, just as of now, but the thing is that Uranus is squaring those planets at various times over the next little while. And if I'm not mistaken, one of those squares happened at midnight last night, and we know what happened yesterday, don't we? So GPS, Capricorn got this. You might be dealing with a Capricorn somewhere in your world as well. And basically, this is it. This is about trusting your intuition. You don't need a GPS to navigate your life, because you have your gut instinct and your intuition. And so with this mindfulness practice that you can integrate into your routine to cope with the energies that are coming at you, you'll be able to discern a lot better as you just walk through the course of your day. If you, even if it's just 15 minutes at the beginning of your day, to just take a few moments to center yourself within your heart and bring your breath to somewhere calm, so that each one of these challenging situations that you have in probably all areas of your life, that you're meeting, with the best version of yourself. And you got hotline. So I got an Aquarius friend, and she knows she can call me anytime. So if you have a phone friend, make sure that you have them on speed dial. And I can guarantee you that they'll be more than happy to be there for you. All right? Because stuff's going down, Aquarius. The wrecking ball is coming. So anything that does not serve you anymore is going bye-bye, because it can't come with you into the new space that you're heading into, because that is very much about the age of Aquarius. The age of Pisces is very different in its dynamics. And so you're going to show us the way, thank you, to figuring that out. And, in a similar dynamic with Scorpios. Scorpios are often the ones who walk in the shadows. And, I know that for me, like I said, my Aquarius friend, in my darkest times, my Aquarius friends are the ones who just seem to get it, and vice versa. And I don't know what it is. I'm definitely going to look into, what aspect makes that work. So any of you Aquarius out there with Scorpio friends, give them a call, because they're ready to be there for you. All right, so that was Aquarius. And so now, last but not least, we have Pisces. And then I'll be happy to pull some cards for folks. Thanks for sticking with me this long. I appreciate it. Hope you've been finding the information helpful. And like I've said a couple of times, I am still processing the astrological notes that I want to make for the monthlies for January. But, you know, at this rate, I may only get to do a big report for Mercury retrograde. Maybe I should just focus my energy on that, because I think we're all going to be, yikes. Okay, so Pisces, you got you. Look at that. High Priestess right there. And that definitely falls in line with the astrology for Mercury retrograde. Now, Mercury retrograde is not starting right now. I just want to make sure you guys understand that. It's not until we hit the end of January. So it's pretty much the whole month of February is going to be Mercury retrograde. But we're going to feel the energies of it. And there's other planets that are triggering us in certain ways to bring us into that. So for Pisces, internalization and withdrawal in need of isolation. So as I've already said as well, I watch the Leo King pretty religiously. I'm a subscriber to his stuff, and he really has been, you know, really great in bringing a lot of clarity for me. But these next the days, I would say, between the 13th of January and the 22nd are going to be super challenging for everybody. So we've got High Priestess, so instincts, being yourself, all of that good jazz. That's the surrounding energies. So we have you waiting for things, the Three of Wands, also standing your ground and feeling, you know, like, you know, you got this, or, you know, that you can kind of see, you know, out there along your whole community, and you're bringing clarity to a situation. And with that clarity, you're manifesting something really cool. So let's get some clarifiers on here to see if we've got any more of the story. So the Three Wands. Ooh. So if you're looking out and surveying the land of your environment and your community and generally the place where you live, you may be recognizing that there's some toxicity. And yeah, and that could be part of what's forcing you to go within as you kind of weigh up your options on things. I think you want to take off, though. Knight of Wands was underneath there. Yeah, because there's something about the circumstances in the environment that you're in that are just becoming a burden you just don't want to carry anymore. You know, you've lost perspective on a lot of different things. And it's like, you know, the people you're around, you know, are your vibe. And so, yeah, the devil can also represent Capricorn. So, you know, there could be, you could be waiting on a Capricorn, and in the meantime, you know, you feel like without them around, that that the normal happenings of life are becoming overwhelming, and you're feeling a little overstimulated and overextended by it. Queen of Swords in the center position. So for this weekend, you know, there may be a family member who is an air sign, an Aries, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And, you know, they may be able to help you kind of process some of the things that are coming up. We've got the Empress, could be a mother. And you know, it's likely going to be of great comfort to you. Could also be a Taurus individual. So just somebody to talk to. Hey, Amy, how you doing? And then with the Magician, we've got the Magician can also represent a Virgo, and or you could be manifesting something with a Taurus. You also could be manifesting a deeper level of commitment. So, hi, Braylon. Yeah. So just a few more cards, guys, and then I'll be ready to take your questions. All right. Okay. So we've got yeah, the person that that you could be manifesting this commitment with, if that's what it is someone from your past, or someone who's going to help you, like I said, take an inventory. Are you really trolling for readings on my reading? Love and light, darling. So yeah, so we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So there, whatever you want to manifest right now, Pisces, is really, it's going to have to wait. So because I think you have commitments from the past that have to be closed up a little bit. So again, that's a big part of what Mercury retrograde does for us in this respect. I did already, but I'm literally like, this particular reading is going to last about 5 minutes. So yeah. And then I'll be able to take your cards. So ultimately, what you're looking for, Pisces, is to make wishes come true and get a rest from all of this stuff. So once Mercury retrograde passes, you're likely to see that things are going to be moving really quickly, and you're going to be in a really good space. But you have to go through whatever Mercury retrograde wants you to isolate for. And it's best to go with that process than to resist it, because you're planting seeds. You're manifesting. And manifesting in these energies is crazy. So, yeah. All right. So, with the Oracle of E, okay. Bazinga. So, whatever you are working on is exactly what you should be. It's just a matter of some last bit of toxicity or whatever's been affecting you emotionally up until now, like it was for Aquarius. We have to sweep out everything so that we can prepare for the new energies, because 2021 is going to feel completely different from 2020. Okay. So final, yeah. So this could all be in preparation for leaping into a completely new love relationship, which is very exciting. All right. So there we go. I hope you found that helpful, Pisces. So now I am ready. Amy, do you have a channel that maybe you could communicate with people? I'm not really willing to facilitate you getting readings on my channel. I respectfully ask you. Thank you. All right, so who would like a card? All right, Maxie, you ready? Well, I appreciate you that Amy, but I'm promoting my business on my channel. If you wanted to invite me to your channel to promote my business, I would be happy to discuss that kind of thing. But I think that this is, you know, I'm just being straight up. We're all just trying to get started, right? So we need to support one another. All right. So Maxie, so for your January, I have the Hermit. So you could be dealing with a Virgo. You might even be a Virgo. So let me get a couple of clarifiers for you. There's some truth coming. Whether there we go. I generally like to ask first when I take that kind of when I take that kind of liberties. There's never a scenario when I would have gone on another reader's channel during a live read and started soliciting for readings. That's pretty bold. You know, I would ask the person who has the channel. Just saying. So yeah, that's a liberty that I would never take with anyone. And I am very collaborative, but I don't just I don't just hop on somebody else's channel and offer readings. I think that's very inconsiderate. So Maxie, you're a Gemini. Okay, so Geminis and Virgos, they're starting to definitely feel you know, the dynamics of what the lessons are coming for Mercury retrograde. And it's going to be definitely centered around truth. So you may be finding an inner wisdom, inner truth about things. Let me see. I'm going to pull what's on the bottom of the deck for you. Yeah, because there's something weighing on you. You know, and maybe it is that you're not sure that you know the truth about something. So, or you may be in a position where you have to bring your truth to a situation. Yeah, and the result might be walking away. So is that helpful? Does that resonate for you, Maxie? And I'll do you next, Donkey. All right. And you know what? Just for fun, because that was kind of, I'm gonna pull an E card for you too. But this is oh, good, Braylon. I'm glad you found that helpful. Maybe it's that. Yeah. Oh, looking for another job. Well, whatever job you've got coming to you is gonna do really, really well. Okay. Nice name. Mike. It's so straightforward. I would never ever I mean, it doesn't cost anything to have a YouTube channel. So, you know, you don't just hop on somebody's YouTube channel and get people to and solicit for your own business. It's just not appropriate. Sorry. But you know, I'm so sorry. I mean, I really don't see what would be so confusing to anyone about what I'm saying, but you know, Well, and you know, your name, Mike, it sounds more like a troll, like seriously. Okay, so what? This has been the strangest live that I've ever done. Does Amy have a channel? Is there anybody that can help Amy start her own channel as opposed to, huh? Hey, Karen, how you doing? I might need some help in moderation. Got some very strange stuff going on. Yeah. You know what, guys? If there's anybody else who was looking for a reading, you can find me at Bon Echo Tarot. I have a feeling that I just got trolled. So, but that's fine. Right? Can you believe it? All right. So, thanks so much. Like I said, for anybody who has watched this and seen my reaction, I can't imagine any tarot reader on here who would have appreciated what was done today. And yeah, and I'm not going to stand for that kind of thing because it's very disrespectful. If you want to collaborate with me, I would be happy to discuss that with you, but you don't just hop onto my live. No. But everybody, thanks so much for joining me. Right? Right, Karen? I guess I'm going to have to do moderation in the future, but trust me, I will not stand for that on my channel. So, namaste, love and light to everybody. And Amy, get yourself a YouTube channel and rock it. And, you know, if you've got a lot of fans, then you're already ahead of the game. Ciao, folks. Right? If it was Tyler, can you imagine? All right. See you later, folks. It's been fun.